Welcome to the Wine Lover's Guide to Slava Vodka, hosted by David Hulley. David Hulley is one of the most respected experts in the wine industry. In 1988, David graduated from UC Davis, one of the world's top wine schools, as the top foreign student with the Knowles A. Ryerson Award. Since then, David has served as winemaker for 3 of Niagara's most renowned wineries, taught as a professor at Brock University and Niagara College, and is the host and founder of a nationally syndicated radio program called Food and Wine with David Hulley. David is also the author of the book, It's Just a Matter of Wine. David has recently begun a series of wine education features on global television. He is also the executive director of North America's largest annual wine tasting challenge. Currently, David is directing customer experience with the Vineland Estates Winery, where we join him today for the Wine Lover's Guide to Slava Vodka.
The objective of the Wine Lover's Guide to Slava Vodka is to allow you to appreciate fine vodka the same way you do wine, and to save you time by building on the wine knowledge that you already have, like a wine to vodka dictionary, and to allow you to discover true quality and find the hidden gems. In the process, to save you money, because as with wine, the best vodka is not always the most expensive. And now, David Hulley.
Vodka is just an odorless, colorless spirit to booze up cocktails. That couldn't be any further from the truth. Is your wine just some liquid swill to wash down your dinner? No. It's all about enjoyment, subtleties, finesse. The same with vodka. Beautiful notes of toasted wheat, vanilla. The complexity, the length of finish, unbelievable. There's a minerality to it. This is not an odorless, tasteless spirit. This is something of excellence. There are 4 pillars of excellence in premium vodka production. Base material, the ingredients for fermentation and where they are grown. Distillation, how is it done and how many times? Filtration, which method is employed? Finally, water, perhaps the most important of the 4 pillars. Now, how do these 4 pillars relate to wine? Well, base material. In wine, it's varietal and vineyard. Things like Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc, Pinot Noir. The second point, distillation, we're talking about in wine, fermentation, the time, temperature, and the maceration period. In terms of filtration, we're talking about oak treatment, barrels or oak chips. And then finally, water. Well, water is terroir. The grapes express their place of origin. And so does Slava Vodka express its place of origin with its beautiful live water source, the beautiful artesian wells. When it all comes down to it, base material is everything. We have our beautiful vinifera vine here, grapes just getting ready to go through veraison. This is what we rely upon in the wine industry. What type of grape variety is it? Is it Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Riesling? A lot of people say, and here's one of our myths, only great vodkas are made with potato. Now, that's not actually true, as we have come to discover. If you really want to look at potato as a source, let's look at that as Pinot Noir. In terms of Slava Vodka, we use rye and wheat. Now, those are like the other vinifers, Cabernet Sauvignon, Chardonnay, Riesling. If you want to look at corn, which some do make a fuss about, no, that's more like Labrusca. Corn is the cheapest, most available, easiest thing to work with. So you can see where the comparisons really are. With what Slava does, vinifera. If you want to play with potato, you're playing with dynamite, just like Pinot Noir. And if you go with corn or even cane sugar, you're really playing at the lowest level. But as with this vine, these wonderful vines that are around us, it's always about excellence. Well, here we find ourselves in the fermentation room. Here, this is where the wine, the grapes, are turned into wine. And this is the framing process, if you will. Now, I know there's fermentation that carries on with vodka production as well, and that can be a bit confusing. Fermentation, when you're talking about the wheat and rye, fermenting that into a beer that will be distilled, that process needs to be excellent and well controlled, but it really isn't that relevant. The true relevance is distillation. And the comparison that we want to make is between fermentation for grapes and distillation for vodka. When you're distilling, you want to take the center cut, say the center out of this column. It's the heart, the sweet spot, if you will, of the vodka. If you have lower alcohols, say like in wine, you would have lees in the bottom of this tank, muddy, dirty, kind of a burning characteristic. If you took the very top, again, with the distillate, it's that medicinal burning sense in your nose. If you get that sharpness, that's from the top. If you taste it, you get that burning, oily feeling at the bottom. That's the lees of the tank. If you take the center cut, as you do with Slava, it's nothing but pure toasted wheat, vanilla on the nose, gorgeous, and then a long finish when you taste it. Ancient traditions, the barrel in winemaking, they go hand in hand. But of course, as you know, being wine buffs, these things have got very expensive and they're really not that convenient. So oak chips came on the scene. Now don't shriek. Oak chips are great. They give the oak flavor to the wine, but in our attempt at efficiency, we rob the soul. There's so many complex things that are going on. It's not just the oak. Same thing in vodka. Yes, all vodkas are charcoal filtered. That is a well-known fact, but here we have another myth. If all vodka is charcoal filtered, which strips everything, what does it matter? Why does the brand matter? The brand matters because it's not just what you're doing, it's how you're doing it. Oak chips versus barrels. I don't need to convince you about that. Imagine fine powdered dust, all, just like oak chips, all powdered up, injected into the spirit and then filtered out. There's so much surface area with this powder, it bleaches the vodka. As opposed to what Slava does. Slava has 2-story columns that work against gravity and have this beautiful cascade from one to the next. It's more charcoal, but less surface area. It's incredible. So instead of it being a bleaching, ripping, stripping process, it's a gentle process that just takes those impurities out, leaving the beautiful essence, again, subtle and finesse essences behind. The old ways really are the best. They take longer, they cost a little more, but in the end, it's all about the taste. This is it. This is what it's all about, the soil. Terroir, sense of place. We have limestone here. This soil is unique to this place. Just as with Slava Vodka, the water source is unique to that place. It cannot be duplicated anywhere else. So when you're going to make fine premium vodka, you make it at the source, just like Slava. And if we want to go back to soil again, remember, Slava only comes from the beautiful black soils of Ukraine, that beautiful rye and wheat. Enjoyment, you can't beat it. But it's not just about that. We're here to save you some money as well. Let's look at a myth. The more expensive the vodka, the better. Not really true. Now, I'm not saying that the expensive vodkas aren't good. They are. They're excellent products. But let's look at wine. Do you run out and buy the most expensive bottle just because you want to be safe? Of course you don't. You have those beautiful gems in your cellar. Right? Those ones that are of great value, and you pull them out and you know all about them. And you love to tell your friends, and you want them to run out and buy it too. Well, maybe not so much because you want to keep some to yourself. Slava Vodka is that fine. You don't need to be spending $50, $60 on a bottle of vodka. You can save quite a bit and get the same beautiful premium quality in Slava. Myth 1. All vodka is tasteless and is only used to booze up cocktails. Truth. Premium vodka, like Slava, is all about subtlety and finesse of taste. Myth 2. The most expensive vodka is the best. Truth. As with all fine things in life, Education and connoisseurship will allow you to find out the true values and the true premium products. Myth 3. Vodka is made with potato. Truth. Potato can be an excellent source of premium vodka production, but it is difficult and is only executed well by some. Myth 4. You can't enjoy straight vodka. The truth. Poor vodkas are difficult to drink as they have a medicinal nose and a dirty, oily taste. Slava is soft and smooth and easy to drink. Myth 5. For premium vodka, the more distillations, the better. The truth. Too many distillations are like too much filtration. Processing something too long robs it of its character. Remember that we've dispelled myth 1 that all vodka is tasteless. Premium vodka, like Slava, is full of taste, and we want to conserve and enhance that as much as possible. Myth 6. Brand does not matter, as all vodka is stripped by charcoal filters. Truth. Charcoal filtration is used for all vodka, but it's not just the method, it's how you use it. Slava Vodka uses two-story cascading filters. It's the old way, but it's the best way. Myth 7. Exotic sources of water make premium vodka. Truth. Exotic sources are not necessarily pure. They need to go through processing and perhaps revitalization. Slava focuses on specific, live, artesian water that speaks of place and gives Slava its terroir. Thank you for joining us today. I hope we've been able to bring your wine knowledge forward and tie it in with vodka and give you that sense of confidence and a new appreciation for a brand new spirit that's going to really add spirit to your life. Allow me that. In wine, we say "en santé." In vodka, we say "na zdrowie."